celebrating was due just. I know a lot of people were saying they have a mission at hand. They need to go to King's Landing and take the throne. They just fought the war to end all wars, and a war that they were supposed to lose. They can celebrate a little. I thought that scene was very fun, very kind-hearted. I didn't think it went on too long. I thought the episode was pretty well paced overall. It kept me interested. It kept all the characters that we know and love engaging. It gave them due justice, and it made sense to where they were going in terms of the progression of the season. With that being said, I think that just about does it. I really enjoyed this episode, like I said, 8.7 overall. And with that being said, it is now time to roll credits. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me on this special Game of Thrones edition of Blockbuster Breakdown. I like doing these episodes where I get to dedicate a whole episode to just talking Thrones, especially because it's very hard to do 45 minutes of Avengers Endgame, cramming a 3-hour movie into 45 minutes. This, I was able to do a full episode of Game of Thrones in about a half hour, which makes sense because it's only about an hour. This one, I think, was an hour 15, just around there. And yeah, enjoy talking Game of Thrones, and we will be back here again next week with another episode recapping the next episode. Obviously, a lot is going to go down, so I'm very excited. And it will be my first episode back at my house in a good 2 years, because I rebooted this podcast when I came to Syracuse, and I had abandoned it previously when I was running it at my house during my senior year of high school. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done an episode at home, but I'm excited to continue this throughout the summer and all that. With that being said, there is going to be a news episode coming this Wednesday. A new Spider-Man Far From Home trailer came out, and it details so much stuff that could happen in the future of the MCU as a whole, not just Spider-Man. I'm very excited for where the MCU is going. A lot of stuff happened in that trailer, and a ton of great box office news to talk about. Avengers Endgame, it's the fastest film to $2 billion, and it passed Titanic in 11 days. That's right, it is number 2 overall, worldwide, all time, and it's just about $500 million away from passing Avatar. Can it do it? Fingers crossed. We'll break it down more on this Wednesday's news episode. With that being said, you can find me on Twitter at Liam T. Crowley and on Instagram at Liam Crowley714. You can find the podcast on Twitter at BlockBreakPod. That is at BlockBreakPod. And tweet, DM us all your questions, comments, concerns, topics you want covered on the show. I am happy to address any and everything that you guys want me to talk about on this show. So make sure you give that Twitter a follow and tweet or DM us any of that stuff that you want to contribute. Make sure you subscribe to the show on iTunes and Spreaker. It really helps the show. Download the episodes. We're so close to 1,000 downloads. It's going to be a big celebration when we eventually get 1,000 downloads, and there will be a Blu-ray giveaway. More details will come when that time happens on my podcast Twitter and my personal Twitter. Regardless of that, we got to hit 1,000 downloads first, so make sure you guys are subscribed and are downloading the episodes. We can do it. We're so close. With that being said, I've been your host, Liam Crowley. Thank you so much for joining me on a special Game of Thrones edition of Blockbuster Breakdown, and I will see you very soon. Take care.